This is a math attack, and this is a math attack.
Quadratic equation project, parabolas all around us. So for this assignment, we're going to be making a poster that looks pretty similar to this here. Our first step is to sign up for one of the real life parabolas. To sign up, go to your Google Classroom and you'll see a sheet there. Make sure you're signing up for one that doesn't have a name next to it. Your next step, once you've got what you're going to research, you need to look up an image on Google. Find the image, save it, and then we're going to go to desmos.com. So desmos.com/calculator is going to bring you to a graph. What we're doing is going to the plus button on the top left, click, add an image. The image that you just saved is what you are going to upload. You want to make sure you're picking an image where you can visibly see the parabola on it. So if you look at my image here, you can see the parabola down here at the bottom. So I uploaded it to here. The next step is to move it. We want it so that the bottom of the parabola is on the x-axis. To move it, you need to come over here to center and play around with these numbers. This first number will move it left or right. That second number will move it up or down. So you want to keep changing these numbers until your parabola ends on the x-axis. When it is here, we want to then move it left or right so that it is on a whole number or at least a decimal that you can read. You can see here, mine is at 5 and 1. So we've got our zeros, and we know the basic equation is y equals a x minus r x minus s. That's the general equation. R and S is our zeros. We are going to have to solve for A. We could take another point on our parabola. So if we look here at the vertex, it's around 2 and 1.5. So that point right here. We can use this point and our zeros to enter it in for a general to solve for A. This will give us a factored form equation. You could type your factored form equation into one of these boxes and it will line up with your parabola. If it's not lining up with your parabola, you are going to have to check your calculations again as your A value might be off. When you have done this, you need to save your picture. So if you go up here to share graph, you can push export image. You have two options. You can print it and do your poster that way, or you can upload it to Canva or Google Docs, wherever you want, and do it online. On your picture, you need to make sure you are labeling your vertex, zeros, axis of symmetry, and your y-intercept. You also need to write that factored form equation that you've made. Once you've done that, all around the picture on your poster, you can put the equation in standard form. You need to state direction of opening, being aware that you need to write it in a sentence. So the parabola of this equation opens up or down because blank. You need to solve and write the axis of symmetry algebraically. So using your equation, we've got to do vertex, max or min, etc. You need to make sure you are getting all of the points that's needed on there. If you're unsure, go down to your rubric and use this as a checklist. So is your factored form there, standard form, axis of symmetry, vertex, all the way. The last section is your research section. So this is for J. You want to write a paragraph about the real life parabola you chose. So you must include where the item is located and any interesting facts. Your paragraph must be at least 5 sentences long, and this needs to be in your own words. Lastly, at the end, you must include the link where you found this information. When you are done, you are to submit this either in person or on the Google Classroom, including your grading rubric.